Amberhall City, the streets remain empty and quiet. A single corrupted horse wanders past the wide-open doors of the cathedral. Inside is a mess of splintered wood. 3 sets of stairs spiral up to 3 high bell towers. Up the tallest, Barrik, Lea, and Alika all ascend, expecting a bell at the top, but stumbling instead into a dark attic space, where 3 priests are startled from their slumped positions. The nearest stands, a plump pale face, crooked high hat, and a bulging gray tongue. His once brightly colored robes are stained red and brown, and his eyes quickly shift from confusion to rage as he swings out with a clawed hand and makes the first attack of this combat encounter. Boom. And he is going to attack with a claw at Barrik, the first to ascend the stairs. He got a 2.
Barrik will grab onto said afflicted mist zombie man and then shove him down the stairs towards Alika and yell, "Alika, catch!" Oh no, that's an 11.
It does not work. You got a 19.
No, I awkwardly fumble with the zombie.
I want to cast 8 on everybody. Can I include myself in it?
Yep. Or
Rock on.
stuff like that.
Okay, so everyone's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5.
Hey.
So I was preparing to catch the zombie, but instead I will rush forward and try to pull him off of you. Funny,
You win.
he is grappled.
Hey.
The 2 in the corners are going to also stand and also rush at the 3 invading their sleeping space. And I guess I'll describe the space a little more. Your guys' eyes kind of adjust in these first few seconds. It's a storeroom with angled walls where the ceiling closes in. The spiral stairs continue up into the highest tower. Across all walls, crates of spoiled food are piled high, producing a foul stench. And a large circular stained glass window takes up one entire wall.
Someone's going through that window. Just so everybody knows.
So the 2 other priests that were in the room, the first one is going to attack Barrik, and the second one is going to attack Alika. Miss 16 for Alika.
Are you AC 17?
2 misses. And the one who is grappled, he's going to attack Alika as well. It's another 16, so another miss. And that's their turn.
I want to rage. This dude I have grappled, I am taking him to that window, and he is going through it. I should be able to move with 30 feet, reduced to half for dragging someone, so it'd be 15, and I can do the shove to shove him through the window.
Okay, let's get a contest on that shove.
13?
He got a critical 1 on his. So,
Ooh.
We're pretty high up, aren't we?
yeah, we'll do a D8 for the glass shatter impact.
4.
Then he will fall, I guess we would be around 30 feet up. As he rolls off of this steep roof and then over the edge, you don't see where he ends up. And
Ooh,
it is
okay.
now just 2 of them in the room.
Well, I did my share.
Barrik is going to do a fainting attack, pretend to go for the shins, and then rise it up into the skull. That is a 22.
Damn.
17 damage.
And I'm going to shoot my king's crossbow at the remaining one. 21 for the first shot, 11 on the second, and 12 on the third.
That is 3 hits with the king's crossbow. The whole burst just lining up his torso.
So that's 16 damage.
Repeating crossbow. Yeah.
The priests, they're going to
Well, one of them's gone.
out the window. The other 2 are going to regard each other. They're going to lower their arms for a second, and they are going to moan and hold their holy symbols that hang from their necks.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
And they are going to cast a bastardized healing word at each other. The intention is there, but the way that their healing words now work, they both damage each other.
Are they dumb?
Yeah,
They're super broken from the mist.
They're super dumb.
A part of them wanted to heal each other. So they're like, I got you, bro.
and realizing that their healing words harmed each other, they are enraged again, and they attack Barrik and Alika each with 2 attacks. That's a 18 on Barrik and 24 on Alika.
Yeah, that hits me.
And then they both also miss each of you. Barrik takes 8 damage. Alika also takes 8 damage.
Oh my god.
So I'll go first. I'm going to attack the one closest to me, and then I'll use my bonus action to shield the other one closest to Barrik prone. 21 with the halberd. So because it's the first attack I landed on my turn while raging, we'll do 7 total damage. And then for the shove, 25.
13.
So he is prone.
So the one who Lea shot is the one who you did your 7 damage to. And then the one that Barrik is attacking is the one you knocked prone?
Yep.
I shall use my sneak attack on the one that's prone. 21 to hit. 8 damage.
You stab him while he lays on the ground.
Was there one still standing, or have both of them taken him down?
One still standing and one prone.
Why, what are you thinking about?
Well, all I kind of have is a crossbow. So I'll do my king's crossbow again. First buddy is 20, and then the other 2 don't. So that's 10 damage.
He's dead.
Yay! We killed him!
2 of the bolts go to his left and his right, and the third bolt just hits him square right in the heart, and he collapses.
1 remains, and it is his turn now. He's on his back before Barrik.
Yeah, he's going to stand up. Both of these attacks going into Barrik. 17.
Uh-oh.
1 hit, and the other is a miss. And he does 3 damage, slashing into Barrik. And that's the end of their turn.
I shall stab him again. 20 to hit, 7 damage. Then I will use my bonus action to disengage and go to the other side of the room.
This tiny 15-foot room.
Yep, it's like 10 feet away.
So I'm going to attack this guy again, recklessly. 24 to hit. So 6 physical damage and 7 radiant damage.
The halberd slices him, and he falls too.
Woo! I'm going to go over to the window. Is there like a slanted roof that I can't see past, or is it just a straight drop?
It drops a little bit to the slanted roof, and then he rolled down the slanted roof and then off the edge, and that's where you lost sight of him.
Let's loot the room, I guess. There's a bunch of spoiled food in the corners you mentioned that reek a bunch, but is there anything else if we search for a minute or 2?
You want to search the 2 dead bodies? The one has 3 gold on him, the other has 5. They also both have soaked through prayer books, their tattered robes, and their holy symbols.
I'd like to inspect said holy symbols to figure out what sort of god they serve.
Oh, I wanted to too.
I'll just toss you each one, along with 3 gold.
Rock on.
What do you think, Lea?
Because you guys saw the altar downstairs. These are miniature replicas of that altar. It is symbols to Torm.
Ooh.
And yeah, this room just really stinks of old food, and now the only beauty in it, its nice stained glass window, has been smashed.
What was the stained window of?
Did you take note before it was immediately smashed? I get a perception roll from you.
I'm sorry, it was just really satisfying.
9.
It was colorful. That's all you really recall about.
Okay.
I'm going to absently kick some pieces like I'm trying to half-assedly put it back together.
Alright, so we'll continue going upward. I'm pretty disturbed that they were able to cast any kind of healing word. Even if it did hurt them, I didn't like that.
Knowing that the mist creatures can cast spells at all is noteworthy.
I would expect if they could cast spells for them to be not nice spells, but healing word is meant for good. So the fact that they still had some kind of connection enough to a god to attempt it is disturbing to me.
Okay, well, you guys will ascend the tower, and you will come to the top. This is the highest tower of the 3, so it's got the best view. Down the street, there is a horse, and nothing else really moving. You can see all the carts stacked up at the front gate. You can't quite see above the inner wall, or out to the outer wall. And there's just a lot of smashed doors, broken, splintered wood in the streets. The bell is there, but its rope is draped out over the side of the roof.
Why is... what?
Inspect the hell out of that. 18.
You notice the top of the shortest tower, a frayed loop of rope is hooked on the spire, and that's where this rope was cut off. And you'll remember that at the top of that tower was the other priest who had broken the stairs.
So we're at the tallest one, and the rope to ring it is flung out the window onto the roof?
Yep.
And the same is the case for the smallest tower?
No, the rope was used to lasso from this tower to that tower, climb to that tower, and then the rope was cut and now hangs over the edge.
So it's just a big long rope and then a loop on a spire on
Right.
the other tower. I got this.
So he just made a zip line for himself.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Cool.
Did you want to steal the bell for some reason?
It's a little too large to loot the bell. Besides, you already have that giant rock.
The carts near the entrance, they're kind of busted, but would we still be able to kind of commandeer one?
Yeah, there would definitely be enough wheels in there that you could get 4 rolling together.
Did someone say salvage?
Are you going to pull it yourselves?
So about that corrupted horse out there.
I have animal handling. In the past, it's worked even on corrupted animals.
If push comes to shove, I can move the cart.
But I'm anticipating there being more carts potentially, if we're bringing Ileana and the king as well. If Ileana is down to come, and then if the king is coming at all. Like, I guess the king could stow away with a giant rock, like that's fine. But Ileana might have stuff that she wants to bring if she is coming. But yeah, so if you do want to take a bell, we could unload a little bit and have someone stand by the cart below, and then the 2 others, receive the bell and bring it down.
Oh, we could even use the rope as like a pulley system to lower it down over the side of the tower.
We pulley the bell down.
Yeah.
This one is larger. This would take 2 people to carry it.
I like this cart plan.
But first, because we're pretty encumbered,
We got
I'm
got a lot of
carrying
stuff.
I'm carrying an egg.
fragile egg.
I am 40% backpack.
I've got a giant hunk of ores. We also have a bunch of just star maps.
Alika and Lea each have a map case.
Yeah, you have a telescope in one.
Yeah, a telescope.
You also have a bag full of candlesticks. So,
And my assorted spices.
yeah. So everyone's pretty close to max capacity, if not exceeding.
Okay.
So yeah, I figured we'd have to go down and prepare the cart first before dealing with the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Well, it sounds like a plan. We can ask Ileana if she wants to come to the outpost, convince the king one way or another to come with, potentially, set up a cart or multiple if we can manage to scrounge up enough.
You guys are putting the cart before the horse here. You have no means of pulling this cart yet.
So,
We can always just make Alika mad if the horse doesn't. I want the horse to be the last thing we try to do because I don't know how well our animal handling's gonna work.
And it's a corrupted horse too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm more worried about. If it was a regular horse, like go for it. But it's probably gonna attack us.
we'll have to just take a long time pushing it.
Yeah, it'll be a group effort.
And if we get on like a good downhill incline for a while, like we're golden.
The best possible situation is that the king, Ileana, and the 3 people who tried to kill us in this city all become best buddies, all have high strength scores, and it just glides through the street because we have like 8 people pushing the thing.
What do you guys want to do right
3
now?
of those people are incredibly old.
Yes. Maybe they might have surprising strength.
Sorry.
I was like, who's the third? Oh, it's me.
So ignore that strength score.
Yeah, her strength is surprisingly bad.
All right, so we're descending the stairs and dealing with the carts now.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
bring the cart to the bell. It will be the first plan.
Finding a cart is the first plan. Let's get some investigation checks from everyone looking through this field of carts to find one that works.
Can I find the spot with all the rainbow-colored glass and just see if there's a body there?
The shards of glass and the blood and no body.
Okay.
Chunky strips of blood.
Chunky.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh shit! I got a 5.
9 for investigating the cart.
12.
Lea finds nothing. All the carts have one working wheel that she gets her hands on. Barrik doesn't do much better. He finds one with 2 working wheels at each opposite corner, and he can't quite get it to move. It's also lodged between 2 other broken carts. Alika finds one in workable condition. One of the wheels is still busted. Strapped to one of the working wheels is a shield with a sword in front of a sun, his clan symbol, adorning his own shield. And on it is carved a message. It is a goodbye letter to Vivin, wishing her a peaceful journey in the next life. It also says, I may meet you wherever you rest when the general's gold runs out.
Oh, I get it.
Does that mean something to you, Alika?
Yeah, gonna sit down for a bit. I know a story about a Warseed fortress that had a generous general and was home to fighting pits. So maybe whoever Vivian was traveling with has gone there to live out their days.
Another search of this cart reveals a stack of oxidized bronze knockers. It's a reference to episode 2 where all the knockers were taken from all the doors in Ketlador.
Okay, moving on. It's a good detail. I like that.
It also still has a broken wheel, so it runs poorly, but it would still roll.
We can fix the wheel. Did you guys find any good wheels?
There are some assorted good wheels.
We should keep one as a spare, and then the other one will just pop on.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Who knows how to fix carts?
I know how to break carts.
I do too.
I might know considering my background, but I don't know what I would roll for it.
If you think you could, you would just roll with proficiency added to it. What's the background that makes you...
Well, just that her whole life was in a small farming agricultural village where, like, carts were the main source of everything.
Did you have your own cart that you had to fix?
Her dad fixed it.
Did he teach you, or did you just hold the torch?
Ellendale fixed it once and then tried to instruct as he did it. The way that men do.
How much of that did you absorb?
Well, I don't fucking know.
Did he mansplain it too much and you just lost interest
Ellendale
right away?
is a good man who does not mansplain. Okay?
Well, yeah, I will allow you to recall how Ellendale taught you and add proficiency to this cart rewheeling.
Can me and Barrik offer any kind of advantage by like lifting the cart up?
Yeah, you guys can help her out.
Yeah.
Give her advantage.
Right, Barrik.
Yeah.
Stretch those knees out. Let's do this.
15 plus proficiency? 17?
I rolled a 9 with my not very strong Barrik muscles.
I rolled a 18 with my strong Alika muscle.
Well, yeah, the 19 and the 17. That sounds good to me.
I picture Alika lifting the cart himself, Barrik placing his hands on the cart and entering like a I'm doing something useful position with his body.
You screw your face up into like twice as much effort as you actually need.
Alika lifts it pretty much on his own. Leah's able to pull off the bad wheel and fit on the good wheel expertly, just like Ellendale used to teach. And yeah, this cart now has 4 working wheels.
Yay! Woohoo!
Now you have a working cart, nothing to pull it.
We shall push it to the bell location.
Alright, push it to the cathedral. During all this time, I'm going to roll, see if anything encounters you, or you encounter anything. Nothing.
But what if it's just like some random scavenger that encounters 3 crazy people pushing a cart with a giant rock on it?
Just those fog humans doing weird shit again.
They've got a rock on a cart like it means something.
Okay, so yeah, you guys bring the cart out to the cathedral entrance.
I would like us to do the pulley idea for the bell, to lower it down onto the cart.
Down the slanted roof. Do you guys have a pulley?
We have a lot of rope and gusto.
This sounds like a feat of engineering. Who wants to...
I've got this!
Yeah, go for it.
I rolled a 4! Goodbye, cart.
You get the bell
No.
sliding down the shingled roof, and somewhere along the line, something wasn't accounted for. The rope snaps, the bell falls, doesn't land on the cart, doesn't smash the cart, it lands on the ground. It is chipped, but still fully functional.
The sound will never be the same!
Like a lame little boing noise.
We're under
Boing.
attack. Boing, boing.
Alright, so we're gonna haul it onto the cart now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lift with our legs, not our back.
Yeah, 2 people could easily do it. Or 2 people could difficultly do it. 3 people could easily do it. So you guys have the bell on the cart. It is now heavier, harder to push.
I'm gonna slap the oar on there too.
Where is our horse?
You could see when you were in the tower. You can't see when you're down on the ground. So you can either climb or you can just walk over there and see if you find the horse.
How far are we from the palace still now?
The cathedral is right at the front entrance to the palace. So you're right there.
Okay.
Right. And those 3 assholes that were shooting at us.
They seem MIA somewhere in the city.
The last time you saw them was like 12 hours ago. So
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking find horse, attempt to tame it and get it onto the cart. Good luck with that, Lea. Try to get the king on the cart and see if he dies when we remove him from the crystal throne area, because that may or may not be his source of immortal power and insanity. Convince the nice tea lady, Eliana, if she wants to come with to the Ralu outpost and then move her whole house in that regard.
She'd be the closest to you right now of everything, because her home is to the left of the front entrance. You guys are across the streets and to the right.
Okay, in that case, horse, tea lady, king?
Sure.
Alright, I will use my perception, and by that I mean Alika. Ask him to go to the tower and look for the horse.
Can I make Alika climb the stairs and look for the horse?
I don't want to take the stairs right now.
You could use the telescope.
It was all that heavy lifting.
I can use the telescope.
Ooh.
I will go, and climb the stairs hurriedly, anxious to use my telescope. So I get up to the bell tower, plus my telescope, and I am surveying for the horse.
Anyone else, I would just give this to them, but Alika needs to roll.
Okay.
Does he get an advantage because of the telescope?
The telescope gives him advantage. Yes.
Excellent.
15.
Okay. It's actually more than one horse now.
Oh.
A quadruplet of
Oh,
horses.
fuck.
Quadruplet.
That's a bit too many now.
You know what that means? We got 4 horsepower.
Are they all fog corrupted?
With your 15, you can tell 2 of them are corrupted, 2 of them aren't. And they are all around this well, just standing there.
Okay.
Around the well.
I'm scared because this might be like a pack of wild horses. And that there might be more. And horses are fucking scary creatures. So I'm worried.
You know what else is a scary creature? Alika.
Yeah.
We got this.
Okay, the southeast has a well, but there's no like door or something out to the nature beyond the city.
The well is on the other side of a southern gate. So you guys came in the western gate. Mm-hmm. There's a southern gate straight south, and then this is in the corner that would be southeast.
It is quite close to a gate then.
I'm going to come down and try to explain all that to my comrades. There's like 4 horses, and 2 of them are all foggy.
I have concerns. We know that there are at least 3 vagrants wandering around, and they are not nice people. So is someone going to stay here since we have some stuff that we want to keep while we go and get the horses?
We could hide the cart.
We could move the bell over top the rock, potentially, so it looks like just the bell. Because I highly doubt that they came here for a bell.
Yeah, this bell's been sitting here a while. If someone wanted it, they could have taken it.
Okay, we're going to go walk along the outer rim past the southern gate to the well. So I want to be on the lookout for more horses. If there's any, like, other remaining herd or something. Wait. Where's the fog wall? Which area is the fog wall from? Shit.
You guys are walking directly towards the fog wall.
The whole eastern, like, angle of the city is covered in the fog wall.
I have a suggestion then. We could enter the well from the wall side. That way if they get spooked, instead of them running towards the wall, they get spooked away from the fog wall. We try to like cut through some buildings and such potentially.
Yeah, there's the inner street, and they're on the outer street. You guys want to go on the inner street?
My worry there is that some of these horses are corrupt, and we don't know how many there are. I guess I'm the only one who's like genuinely scared of wild horses, but like I imagine there are few behind the fog wall that we can't see, and they would easily be able to come at us. So I leave it to you guys.
So your concern here is that the wild horses are going to be dangerous?
Wild horses are really dangerous.
Okay, so you're going to walk down the inner road, on the lookout for horses, make it to a point past where the well was, and then cut through some of the inner row of buildings.
Right.
And come up behind the horses so that if they run away, they run away from the fog wall rather than towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
You come out through stonemason's workshop onto the road, and the horses are there at the well.
Are there any more? Do I need to see if there's anything beyond that I can't see?
Sure.
Perception?
Perception roll to see if you spot any other horses.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Alright, when you come out, you can see in the fog there are horses moving about, not nearly as close as these ones are.
No, but with wild horses, that doesn't matter. There's always one on the lookout, and even by like a twitch of his ear, every other horse in the vicinity knows something's wrong because they're like really empathetic creatures. And there's like a job of the one standout horse to be on the lookout for this shit. So like they can be gone in a second, and then that standout horse, if we get too close, he can like crush our skulls. Okay. This ain't this is scary.
I think we need to add a flaw to Leah. It's a horse phobia.
I'm sure there's a word for that.
Equinophobia.
So I understand where you're coming from in that regard.
I have advantage in animal handling and a +5 to the
Nice.
stat anyway. Animal handling domestic animals with this count.
They might have even been domesticated at one point before the wall hit.
Oh, that's true.
What if we just try to like lure the healthy horses away from the herd so we don't spook any lookout horse? Do they have horseshoes?
Yeah, you can hear some horseshoes on some of them.
We're in good shape. I feel better now. So our plan is to lure away the healthy horses. I think I should,
Just alone?
to begin with.
Okay, well, when you approach, you can see that 3 of the 4 horses are tied together already and tied to a post next to the well. So 3 of them are already tied up.
These might belong to the 3 people who tried to shoot us. Let's
Damn
take
it.
them.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
So I'm going to have to sneak up and use all of my animal handling skills if we are going to steal these horses.
Steal.
And we need to be like fast as shit after because they're scary.
The horse that walked up to it is corrupt. The 3 that are tied, one of them is corrupt.
They're riding a corrupt horse? I think that makes them bad people. I don't like that. Okay, anyway. I'm approaching the 3 horses and then take them away.
Okay, let's get a sneak roll first.
Oh no.
13.
Sneak.
Okay, I'm going to take their lines and
Okay.
pull them all. How many horses does it take to pull one of our carts?
1 could probably do it. 2 is what there's room for.
We could let the corrupted one go then. And that means if we come across another cart, we have a horse.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Cutting loose the...
No, I'm taking all 3.
Okay, let's get that roll.
22.
The horses do not freak out at some stranger taking their reins and pulling them away from the well.
Okay, rushing away.
Yeah, you're going to run past the...
The 4th horse?
It is docile, it's not going to attack you.
Yeah, okay.
Is that a fog horse?
That it was a corrupt horse.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 2 normals and 1 corrupt on the line.
Yep.
Cool.
And you're going to run back down the road towards the cathedral again?
I want to go back the way we came because I think that their hideout or whatever's in the outer ring, so I want to go inward.
If you walk a little further, you can find an alley to go between.
Okay, let me do that.
Horses gathered.
Yeah, you got the horses. You are on the inner road.
So can somebody run ahead and talk to Ileana, like immediately,
I can do that.
while we're bringing our horses?
I'll stick with you. And,
As you know, Barrik is charisma and persuasion.
There's also the added connection that you have with Ileana because your daughters are friends.
Mm-hmm.
So Barrik is going to run to Ilyana's house.
Yep. And you're gonna shout up, Eliana, come to Ralu Outpost with us.
Okay, she'll step out onto the balcony, peek down at you. What?
There's an outpost forming. We think you
I
should come
can't
with.
hear you, sweetheart. Oh, but I have some news for you. Come on up here.
I climb.
it's a trap.
Okay, so you're gonna climb up her rope.
Yes.
Oh, where are your friends?
They're getting horses.
What, did you find your other friend then? 'Cause I saw someone rounding up them horses. Some lone little man.
I stole from Callo. Fuck, remember when we left him and Alika's like, I hope we won't be enemies. I just stole his horses. God.
What did they look like?
Well, he was rounding up. He had a line of 3 horses he was pulling around. I couldn't see him that close. He was way down there. I didn't want to shout to him because I didn't know who he was. But then I know he wasn't a bad one because them 3 bad ones, they walked up to him and they stopped him and they chased him. I watched them chase him round the bend and out of sight.
Okay. Yeah, that one that ran away, that is our friend. We're trying to find him.
Okay. But you're finding horses just like he found some?
Yeah. When you're in this line of business, we often find similar things, you see. I call it scavenger's luck, but...
Okay. Well, anyways, I just needed to tell y'all that I saw someone who had a run-in with some bad folk and thought you might need to know. It's the busiest day in a while around here.
As I mentioned when I was down below, you should come to Ralu Outpost with us.
Oh, I don't know. If my daughter comes back, she'll know to look for me here.
I'm pretty sure that she would be able to come to Ralu Outpost. She seems like a really smart one. We'd also be able to protect you from bad folk, like those 3 running around.
I was really hoping to have a warm place for her when she comes in from the cold, wherever she is. And I'll get you to roll a persuasion check.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That's a 3.
She needs her mother here.
I put my hand on her shoulder and say, I understand. But if you ever change your mind, there's a lot of fine folk over at the outpost.
That'll be the only place I know to go.
I will wish her well and head off.
Okay, back down the rope
Yes.
into the street. You guys have pulled all the horses up to the cart.
Are you going to tell us it was Callo?
Yeah, I'm going to say that we took the horses from what I assume is Callo, and that he was being chased by the 3 mystery people who tried to kill us. So, we should search for Callo.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what direction he went in?
No.
Fuck.
She would have seen them running the direction of the well, and then that's the last she would have seen.
We could return to where we took the horses.
I could track. That's something I'm good at. Much better than convincing old ladies to leave their house.
Do it, do it!
All right, what are you doing with the horses?
Should we leave them here?
We can ride them.
Ooh.
We can, yeah. We have 3 of them, but one of them's a...
I don't want to use a corrupted horse.
I will attempt it.
I have probably the best animal handling skills. I think it's probably safest if I do it. Even though Lea doesn't really like the corrupted things if there's no choice.
Just keep your crossbow handy and right at the base of the skull in case anything goes bad.
I could just walk it.
Yeah, we could double up on one of the horses.
Yeah, if you don't like this corrupt horse, you can just cut it loose and just keep the good ones.
Let's ask Callo about it. He's a friendly guy. Maybe he has a deep and passionate connection with these horses. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Like, you left him a few days ago, so these horses aren't, like, friends of his. He just found them, same as you.
Like, the only thing about riding the horses is that gives us an advantage against the other guys. But they could be a liability, yeah, because of the corrupt horse, and we don't really have much of an option besides let it loose, just distrustfully ride it, or have, like, another horse lead it with, like, the rope tied between their necks. But that also sounds inconvenient. So, like, my vote is that we leave them tied up here with our cart.
Part of me doesn't want to leave them with the cart, though, in case someone finds our cart and wants to take off with it.
That's a good point.
I'm thinking I will leave an item here. One that will mark the horses and the cart as ours. Something unmistakable that Callo will immediately recognize. I'm leaving the bucket helmet on the cart.
A bucket on the cart?
Yes.
We need some dramatic music.
Or should we put it on one of the horses? I have a piece of chalk. I could put, like, a really bad sketch of myself. And then I'll be completely confident that the cowl will recognize the absurdity that is Barrik.
Okay,
Yes.
we're running now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Search. I'm gonna backtrack to where Callo has been and track footprints and whatnot.
Okay.
That's a 7. Uh-oh.
Are you guys looking around, or are you just waiting for Barrik to find it?
I'm not going to attempt it.
Okay, I can do...
Survival.
I've got a 19.
Hey. I'm doing these weird things like tasting some grass and sifting through it at the ground, and you're just like, Barrik, there's footprints.
Lea looks into the well, and while Barrick's licking a blade of grass, she sees at the bottom Callo's backpack floating in the water.
I'm going to grab my fishing tackle and begin to fish out the backpack.
What the fuck world? Was this ever gonna be useful?
The fishing rod?
Yeah!
God.
God.
I used the absurd equipment to grab it. Is it super heavy, as in like Callo's corpse is strapped to the backpack still? We'll find out soon. I reel it in.
Is there a fishing roll that this thing gives you advantage on or something? Or does the fishing rod just make it possible to fish?
I think it lets me fish.
Do you have any background that would allow proficiency to this fish?
I don't think I've done much fishing in my time. Probably just a straight roll.
This is a new hobby.
Flat fishing roll. Alright, that is a 6. I'm lots of 6s. Okay.
Yeah, Barrik, he can't get a good solid hook on the backpack.
New plan.
I want to use guidance.
Hey, my other plan then. Grappling hook on the edge of the well. Shimmy down.
Okay.
You just want to climb down?
Yep.
I'm gonna just casually be near the grappling hook in case it slips.
Awesome.
Just in case something happened, and I'd be able to grab the rope and pull you up.
Show me
Okay.
some sturdy stone. My climbing doesn't cost extra movement because of my rogue bonus.
Ooh.
Super shimmy.
You can climb down into the well here, grab the backpack. Well, while you're down there, roll a perception.
21.
You see his sword is also down there, and it got wedged sideways in the well.
Dump my hand in and at it. Maybe they took him prisoner and dumped his shit down here. Or maybe he went to hide his stuff because he thought he was going to get jumped and caught.
And yeah, you have Callo's longsword and his backpack, inside of which is his map. He has labeled the few areas that you all went to together and figured out the names of. The last place he labeled was Amberhall.
Alright. We have his stuff. That's good. No sign of Callo.
Alika's got a thinking face.
When you were talking to Ileana, where did she say he ran off to?
She just said he ran over to this well.
So this is the last clue then. So what can we look around the area for any kind of like footprint or something that points us in a new direction?
Well, Barrik looked already, and he found nothing. Lea found this backpack.
I will take out my telescope, point it at the ground, and search for clues. 9.
You find nothing.
Even with telescope advantage?
Telescope doesn't give you advantage when you're pointing at the ground.
Okay. Can we just shout Callo?
Callo!
Callo!
You hear some whinnying from inside the fog.
Okay, I think there are a couple options because the way that he was running east, and that is towards the fog wall.
Uh-huh.
So either he went in more to the city the way that we went, or he went into the fog. And with that, there's two options. Either he is fucked, or he somehow acquired one of those fog protecting pieces of armor.
If it's the armor, or if he's fucked. Either way, if he went in the wall, I'm not following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going to go to the wall, just on the edge.
Okay, yeah, you can see the horses clopping around in the fog there.
I want to see if they're surrounding something in particular, like possibly a Callo body.
Well, it's kind of hard to see in the fog, but you don't see them gathered in any one spot. They're kind of just roaming the streets.
Ooh. You could use divination, potentially.
I don't have enough spell slots.
Do we want to be loud?
I think Callo's worth being loud.
I pull out a whistle.
Oh no. Why wouldn't you?
I blow the whistle. It's a signal whistle.
You blow the whistle, and there's silence. And then in the distance, you hear a howl.
What are the horses doing? Can we see them through the fog? from that
Yeah, the
sound?
horses, they gather up in the center of the street, and then they start to gallop towards you all.
Everybody into the well.
There are around 7 horses running at you from the fog.
So do we do the dip into the well to evade horses, or head into buildings, or run?
I'm already cannonballing into the well.
Oh no.
I follow suit with the grappling hook.
I'm gonna run into a nearby house.
Okay.
Maybe the stonemason's house. That was the one that was right there, right?
Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go inside the door.
Oh, does it have a door? It does.
Hey.
How big of a splash do I make?
It's a pretty big splash, and it's a good thing Barrik took the sword out, or it would have...
Oh god.
That'll be fine.
Where are Callo's things, by the way?
I picture them just still being on the ground right now. No one actually claimed them, per se.
You're going to grab them then?
I'm gonna
Lea?
run back out and grab them and go back in.
So you're going to run to the well where everyone else is, and then run away from the well while the horses are coming?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get you to roll to get away
Okay,
from these
okay.
horses. We'll get athletics for you to...
He's like, oh god, not strength again.
That's
Yeah.
a -2.
So it's that athletics roll for you to get to the backpack and then run across the street and into the house before the horses charge you down.
Okay.
Maybe I should have grabbed
10.
those bags.
The first horse is going to take you for a threat, and while the other horses run around, he is going to stop and attack you.
This is what I was afraid of.
Oh god, it's the horses.
Oh my god.
We have to figure out what the name for the horse phobia is.
Equinophobia or hippophobia.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. His first hoof attack misses you. He jumps up and kicks his front hooves, and you duck under them.
So he was just threatening me. I'm gonna duck away.
You're going to run,
Yeah.
Duck and run.
disengage, or dash?
How far is the stone?
40 feet. So
Disengage.
you can disengage and move 30 feet away? Okay. I'm going to roll to see if this horse thinks it's worthwhile to chase you or to run away from wolves. He wants to chase you. You are the wolf in his life.
How tall is this horse?
Normal horse. I don't fucking know. 8 hands. How does?
That's pretty tall
It's a
for
big
a
ass horse,
horse.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not the tallest. But
How
it's-
tall are you, Leah?
I'm 5'6".
How many hands is that?
Not very many. Okay, it's coming after me.
It chases you down. It has the movement to hoof you again.
Shit.
20 to hit.
Oh, fuck me.
8 damage.
And this is corrupt?
I guess I'll describe. Corrupt horses don't look terribly different from regular horses. They have big swollen tongues that hang from their mouths, big swollen red eyes, and their fur is very patchy and falling out. But they don't have any spikes or thin skin.
Sounds like a normal horse to me.
Okay, here I go. I'm gonna use my king bow. Okay, first one is a miss. Second one I think hits. And third one misses. 4 damage.
The 2 bolts sail above it, and the third bolt hits it right in the chest. And it lets out a whinnying little squee.
Oh.
Sweet.
Alright. Alika! Help!
A shout for Alika to come to your rescue. He's at the bottom of a well.
Oh yeah, he did go down. I thought he was closer. No, Barrik!
You see? I shimmy up to the top, and this is I feel
head.
not safe because there's this bare head that pops out of the well. I feel naked. Peek over the stone, see that there's a big ass horse after you. Alika,
What?
kill a horse.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab that rope. I can't climb as fast as Barrik can, so it'll take me...
Yeah, you could get to the top.
Okay.
I'll make sure that there's space for Alika to get out.
Alright.
You guys are both just at the top of the well then? You would have more movement if it's 15 to get up there.
I will slide out of the well gracefully in that case.
And not use your 15 more?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's the horse's turn. 2 more horses are going to run past. They're not going to be provoked by this fight. And the horse that has been provoked is going to kick again. And that is a critical hit. Hits Lea right in the chest.
That would kill a person.
11 damage.
I'm hanging in there for now. Sucks I don't have any spells though.
I thought you were running away. Are you going to fight it?
You can still get inside the building.
Yeah.
Horses can't use doors.
Yeah, okay, I'll fucking run like a motherfucker.
Disengage, run in the door, and shut it behind you?
Yeah.
The horse doesn't get his opportunity, and he could not fit through that door, let alone operate its handle with his hoof.
Alec is going to re-escalate the situation. Seeing this horse stomp on Leah, he's going to rage, for one. He's going to throw his halberd, because it has a cool throwing property, at this horse's big-ass neck.
There's so much neck to cut.
Exactly. How can I miss?
Remember how dangerous it is if you do miss.
There's buildings on the other side of the horse.
Natural 20.
The halberd sails perfectly. It slits its throat, its horsey throat.
17 points of damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, the blood sprays out from its neck, but it is still just barely wobbling on its 2 feet, or its 4
It's like something else, only 2 legs. In that case,
I'll move up to it as well.
I will put it out of its misery with a bow shot. is what I would do if I didn't roll a 2.
Yeah, the arrow flies right past, but in its wobbly state, it kind of ducks out of the way accidentally. Blood loss getting to its brain. And Alika in the road. 2 more horses run past. One of them pushes right into him and is provoked into the fight as he stands in the middle of the road.
Oh,
The other horse,
It's okay, I want this.
it can barely see straight. It saw its prey run to the door. It's going to run up to the door and kick at it and do some damage to the door, kind of like in The Shining. Does not knock the door down, though.
Here's Horsey.
Is there a window facing the street?
Yeah, there would be. There's also a big hole in this door now.
Okay. Well, I would rather from the window so I can use my king's crossbow again.
You'd be able to use the crossbow through this door hole that it just kicked.
All right. I'll do that. So, first one is a 19. Second one is a 14. And third one is a 1.
Okay, those first 2 bolts fly through the open door hole and hit the horse again.
14 damage.
Those bolts knock it down to the ground, sprays a bit more blood out, and it is dead.
Sad, but we've got another one to take down still too, don't we?
Yes.
I'm going to turn to the one that's coming at me, and I want to just angrily wrestle it to the ground. Wrap my arm around its neck and just twist and try to, like, pull it to the ground with me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Contest.
Yeah. 16?
You win.
Sweet.
Are you knocking it prone or grappling it?
The first one was for the prone.
Okay, so you're shoving it prone?
Yeah, so it's prone, and then I'll try to grapple it as well. 13?
Horse is grappled down on the ground in the middle of the road.
Barrik will draw his sword and lunge at the horse that's on the ground. 23 to hit. 11 damage.
To the second horse as it struggles on the ground to break free and stand back up.
24.
You keep the horse held down on the ground, and there are 2 more horses to run past. The last 2 horses, one of them hops over you and the horse on the ground, the other one runs around, and they are all clear except for this last horse, fighting to defend its other horse brethren from you.
I want to take my axe out of my belt, the masterwork axe, slam it into this horse's face. 18? 14 points of damage.
The axe slams into its skull, and that's it. That's the end of that horse.
Whew.
You guys have massacred 2 horses.
But still no Callo, and I'm losing hope.
Is there any sign of anything approaching us, such as a Callo
Or a wolf.
or a wolf?
Not at the moment.
I blow the whistle again.
It'll register more howls.
Okay.
Back to the cart.
So, I say we just go back to the cart. We have everything in the town we came to get. Ileana didn't want to come with us. So...
I want Callo.
I do too, but I'm wondering if we should have a short rest at least before we go
Yeah.
and look for him again. Hope he holds out or something, because I'm useless right now.
Yeah, that's okay. We can take a rest. Where are we going to go? We're going back to Ileana's house? It's safe there.
I vote the cart.
Okay.
You guys are going to camp in the middle of the road?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's really obvious that way if Callo comes over while we have the short rest. It's great. If the hostiles show up, it'll just be a sad face.
Short rest isn't going to help Lea with her spell slots, though, is it?
No. We'll help with hit points.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the big one.
Yeah, it's about the afternoon right now.
We take out the rations. Is there anything that, like, interrupts us?
No, nothing approaches.
Would Lea's aid continue to work throughout the short rest?
Yeah.
Yep, it lasts for the full 8 hours. Callo didn't show up during the sandwich break.
I'm gonna hide his stuff underneath the bell as well with a big rock.
So we could go back to Ileana's and see if she noticed anything in the last hour.
Did you tell them that you couldn't convince her to come with?
I didn't.
So you still want to convince her?
But not right now while Callo's missing.
Maybe we should just rest for the night and use some kind of magic in the morning.
There's also a time thing, because it's in, like, the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
And when the sun sets, then baddies will run about. So
And
we
the
want to
more-
ideally
if-
rescue him in the next couple hours.
And if he's in a bad situation, it just makes it worse the longer we wait.
Mm-hmm.
You told us he's being accosted by those 3 assholes, right? Maybe those guys caught up to him.
Alright, gotta search a whole abandoned city for one individual.
Yeah. It's tough.
Think about different areas in the town we passed that would work well as, like, defensible positions. Place where 3 people would be able to hold a prisoner well. and be able to defend themselves.
It's an entire empty city. He could be in any one of hundreds of apartments with doors still intact. There's not a whole lot of doors. That would be the one thing that's nice about trying to find someone. But maybe talk to Ilyana again. You ran out on her kind of quick.
Yep.
We'll all go together this time.
Yes, we'll go together.
A unified force of come with us.
On the way, I'll tell everyone that she didn't want to come with to the outpost. I tried my best. I was very convincing.
Lea's disappointed.
Barrik is also disappointed.
Alika is baffled that Barrik wasn't convincing.
Lea's gonna try again. Alright, so we're climbing the rope. Ilyana, it's Lea. And Alika and Barrik again.
She'll stick her little head out again and say, well, come on up.
Alright.
Leah's the first one up, just tearing up that rope.
And we come to Ilyana's doorstep.
Well, did you find your friend?
No, actually, we were hoping that you might have more clues for us.
Well, I told him I saw them three chasing him down. I know them folks ain't from around here. I see them often by that south gate there.
Ooh.
Thank goodness they never see me.
Do you think that they have a hideout right by the south gate there?
I don't know. I feel like I'd see them more regularly if they were living right outside the gate there. There are some caves out that way, but there's a lot of those out there too.
Caves outside the south door?
Yeah, when this city was first getting picked through, there was a bunch of caves out there that people would store their things in. These red-scarfed scavengers running about. There was a whole slew of them. I've seen so many of them dying out in them streets. They were trucking everything out there with a few good carts that they had.
Barrik slides down the rope and immediately starts walking off towards the scavenger location.
Barrick's like, last time I was in one of these, I found an Alika.
We're finding me another barbarian.
Well, thank you for all of this, Ilyana. I really hope that we'll be able to find our friend and introduce him to you, maybe.
I hope so, too. Them three that are causing all that trouble, I ain't never seen a red scarf on them. I don't think they're with those scavengers, if them scavengers is still around, but just gotta be careful around them.
We will, thank you. And about Rallo Outpost, it would really mean a lot to me if you came and stayed with us as well. I've never had a friend before.
Oh, that sounds real nice, but my daughter, if I'm not here, I'm afraid for what she might think.
But the fog is so close. There might not be a here for her to find you at soon. But she will know to come to Rowell Outpost.
Her daughter's with Elsa, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very possible we'll find them both. And we can just tell her to go to Rowell Outpost.
I'm gonna get both of you in this room to roll a perception check.
Perception.
14.
That's an 8.
Not quite enough. Now we'll just get persuasion checks.
Natural 20 plus 1 is 21.
Nice.
6.
She breaks down and cries. She's afraid that if she leaves her home, it's like she's leaving her daughter. But she'll nod and say, okay.
We'll take everything that reminds you of her with us.
Alika sniffles.
Meanwhile, as soon as you had mentioned I haven't had a friend before, it's a good thing Barrik was already gone. Otherwise he would have been like, excuse me? What? Have these last couple days meant nothing to you?
Barrik is so funny to me because he's like clearly the most selfish and gets so upset. Like, he's not even in the room because he wanted to go find something fun.
Ooh, something interesting. Bye.
Yeah.
It's a shiny.
So I guess me and Lea will go about the process of extricating this old lady.
Her entire home is a rope climb, so you're gonna probably have to figure out some way to get everything down.
Not right now though. We have to go after Barrik
stuff.
and Callo. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell her.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back, and I hope you find some peace in the last little while you have in this family home. We'll be back soon, and we'll help you.
I'll try
ready.
and get down as much as I can, but I might need some help with some of the larger items.
We'd be glad to give it to you. We'll see you soon.
I'll just mention, like, we got a cart about yay big, and it's not that full. So you fit as much as you can in there.
I'll travel as light as I can.
So meanwhile, Barrik is forging ahead into the caves.
He doesn't even know where the caves are. He just knows through that gate there's maybe some caves.
The loot in that direction. I just like a nice chipper stride in my step.
He's like skipping down the cobblestones.
You guys can catch up to him about at the gate, where he's, I guess, trying to figure out what direction to go. What's Barrik gonna do?
Investigate the gate, see if anyone's being hiding around at the gate itself as like a drop-off point for loot from the city.
There is a little bit of stone road goes out, just consumed by the sand of the desert. But there is a sort of trail of discarded items lining the sand, vases and other sort of semi-valuable materials that have been looted and discarded on the trip from the caves, and you've got kind of a little path into the desert.
I follow.
Yep.
And that's when we died. Na na na
No, 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 no. Do, do, do.
And that's where we're gonna end.
Yay!